How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Lucid Group, which ended up having another green day on the Friday. There's a lot of momentum coming through the EV sector. We'll talk about a little inside this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. And what are some levels we want to look forward to in a bullish case scenario and as well as in a bearish case scenario. I want to make sure you are fully prepared going into Monday and as well as for the rest of the week. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. The reason why this is important in regards to the short interest, it will have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what was the buying and the selling behavior like on the Friday for Lucid Group. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for Lucid Group. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $36.99, being up 4.26%. On the low, it tested $35.43, and then on the high, testing $41.60. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 221.097 million shares, and then for the average volume over 10 trading days being at 84.138 million shares. So when we have this kind of volume coming through Lucid, you can see some strength in the price, and this is what we've been seeing for the past 2 days. Now, when we take a look at what's going on with the 1-year daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 81.52. So it is in the overbought territory. So this is one thing to keep in mind, especially if you want to go long. You are going to be paying quite the premium since the stock has been on quite the run up. So just want to put that out there. Now, as far as where we tested on the high, what you said about previously was around 41.60. It would have been nice on the Friday to actually get past this area, because I was going to look forward to seeing if we could even get to the $44 area from there, and then we could really start this taking off. But of course, one thing that was good to see though is that we were able to actually hold up the $35 level, and this has been an area of support in the past as well. So it'll be very interesting going into Monday and as well as for the rest of the week to see if this area can continue to hold up. If we do decide to pull back, like I was saying in the previous video, I would just love to see Lucid just hold up the $30 range. That would be the most preferable situation. But if we end up having some more catalysts or there's any more updates, then of course I'm going to be looking forward to seeing more bullish behavior. Also, we have to take into consideration what's going on with the infrastructure bill. There's been a lot of momentum inside of the clean energy sector, and of course Lucid is benefiting from this as well. So as far as where I want to see Lucid hold up, it would be great to see it hold up $30 if it decides to do a sharp pullback. And if we decide to continue this bullish trend, then I'm looking forward to us getting to 44, and then past 44 we can easily get to around $50. Yes, you are seeing this very clear because we have a big time gap right here. Also, do keep in mind there's going to be a good amount of bag holders. So many people that were in this play when it was a higher price, and there will be some selling pressure. But if the demand and the interest is there, then of course I feel like we should have no issues whatsoever getting past these levels. So let's see how Lucid performs going into next week. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for Lucid. So as we scroll down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we could see here most recent for October the 29th, as far as for the filing, we have Mature Wealth Partners LLC that purchased 500 shares at a value of $13,000. And also you could see for the rest of the days prior, a lot of closed positions. Now, when we take a look at the short interest information, the dark pool short volume ratio is at 39.85%. And then for the dark pool short volume, it's just over 48 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 4.7 million, updated 7 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow free rate, it is at 1.39%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see for the close of the 28th, it was at 34.26, and in the close for the 29th, which is a Friday that just passed, it is at 39.85. So shorts are definitely increasing their positions when it comes to Lucid. So this is going to contribute to the volatility that you see inside of the play. And in regards to market sentiment, it is starting to become more negative. They're saying, hey, the stock should not be at the current price of where it's at. It needs to come down. So be aware of that. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Lucid. So we can see here on the inflow, it was 1,870, and then on the outflow, it was 1,859. So we ended up having an inflow day. When we take a look at the breakdown, on the large, we had 20.88. On the medium, we had 946, and then on the small, we had 904. And keep in mind, this is in the millions. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 25.63, and then on the medium, it was 960, and then on the small, it was 873. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you could see for October 29th, which is a Friday that just passed, it being negative at 4.75. So one thing that is very clear as far as for the large scale orders, there was a lot of selling and profit taking, which potentially could be coming from institutions. Again, these are large orders that are being made. When we take a look at what was happening on the small scale orders, which usually represents retail, we saw a lot more buying than there was selling. But of course, I'm not surprised by what we saw for the selling number due to the fact there were many traders going in and out of this play, and also many who were also looking to make some profits. And then when we take a look at what was happening on the medium, we had more outflows than we had inflows. No shocker there, more profit taking. And now I'm going to take a look and show you guys what the turnover ratio is. So for the turnover ratio, it was only at 13.66%. This is not bad whatsoever. It was much higher on the Thursday. So what this tells me, there are many who are still holding on to their Lucid shares. So for anyone who's in this play for investment purposes, this is definitely something that is good to see. Like I was talking about on my prior Lucid videos, this was a stock that we use as a swing trade, but I also do see the investment potential in regards to Lucid as a company. So I was able to make sure that I protected my profits, and I still have a good amount of shares that I'm holding for the long term. I will do some more profit taking if we end up seeing a surge, but for the most part, whatever direction this stock does decide to go, I'm going to be up regardless. I'm pretty much just playing with the house's money. So with all of that said, let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for Lucid Group, I love how this stock has been performing as of late. We've been seeing a lot of strength and there is a lot of demand. Another thing we want to be aware of is the infrastructure bill. We've been seeing a lot of big money coming into clean energy plays. So I know Lucid is easily benefiting from this. So if we have a continuation of this going into Monday, then we could see this stock doing a retest back to the $40 level. So far, the way how it is looking, it looks like it has some support right at 35 bucks. If it does break through that level, I would love to see it hold up the $30 range, most preferably holding up 30. If we break through 30, then the next level to keep an eye on will be around 28. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, this play does have short squeeze potential. It has been running up quite a bit, so there's many shorts who have increased their positions and they're saying, you know what, this stock needs to come down. It has ran up quite a bit. So with all that said, just know there's going to continue to be a lot of volatility in this play, and I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that and you're prepared going into the week that is coming. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and we'll be talking real soon.